One of the biggest things that gets in the way when people are trying to finish their book is very simple, but that doesn't make it any less daunting. And that is simply finding the time to write, especially if you don't already have a regular writing habit. And so today I wanted to enlist one of the best writing coaches of all time, which is Julia Cameron in her Artist's Way deck. So, whenever I talk about the Artist's Way deck, most people don't know it existed, which is why I love to talk about it. And so these are just quotes from the Artist's Way that have been collected in these little coaching cards. And so let's talk about finding time to write and what does Julia Cameron say about it. So the first one I wanted to pick was play. So play can make a workaholic very nervous. Fun is scary. And so that's where I wanted to start with the coaching video today, because so often when we talk about we don't have time, it's not so much that we don't have time, but all of these other things have priority over our time. And that's natural. When I was starting out with my writing projects, I had a full-time job. I had a toddler. I had a lot of things already on my plate. And so bringing this new creative dream of writing a book wasn't easy by any means. So when I started out, I knew that I believed that this could happen. I believed if I scraped together some time, it would eventually happen. And so one thing that I've found is so helpful for so many of us is yes, our calendars are full. Yes, we have so many responsibilities. So I developed a tool that I called strategic procrastination. If the house was a mess and I had a ton of chores to do, let's say I had a day and I had 36 hours of worth of chores to do. That happened so often. 36 hours of tests to grade. Well, if I have so much work, why not take 1 hour to do the thing that I eventually want to make my life? And so I remember, especially as a school teacher, I would get buried in work. And I would think, okay, I have hours of work ahead of me today. And I would just scrape 1 hour where this will all seem worth it. If I know my day job, if I know my current situation is supporting my dream situation. So strategic procrastination, even when you have a ton of familiar stuff to do that has been taking up your time year after year and not changing, try just bringing in 1 hour for writing. My reasoning was that the stuff that's familiar, the job that I wanted to move out of in favor of my business, I knew how to do that. Washing the dishes, I know how to do that. If I take 1 hour away, it's not that it doesn't get done, it's just that it gets done faster. So that is the magic of strategic procrastination. Now, if we are in a workaholic life, there's another belief that also pops up, and this is too many things. So we have kids, jobs, hobbies, expectations, responsibilities, all these things that we're involved in and supposed to do. And so when that just seems too abundant and overwhelming, often it really helps to name the 3 things that you really want. When you name and you claim what you want, then other things can fall aside and fall away. So think about this season in your life. What are the 1 to 3 things that you really want to make the top priority? This will help you find the time for those things. If there's something that keeps tearing you away from your writing that feels like it's something you should do or something you believe is more important, take a look at what you want out of this great life. Make that the priority. It's what Julia Cameron says. So just pick the 3 priorities and go after what you really want. By the way, I always provide resources below. And so there's some journaling questions and also calendar pages below, which ask you to really write down exactly that. These are writing pages, calendar pages that I developed for my own writing practice, where I have those priorities and then I list the weeks and I just try to create those blocks in. So I'm negotiating space for the life I really love and the life I really want, and not having that life stolen from me by other people's priorities and responsibilities. So number 1 is strategic procrastination. Number 2 is choosing what you want out of a life and making that a priority. Don't let other people's priorities choose you. You choose your priorities. And then the third thing, finding time to write requires rest, requires space, requires time that is not productive. So looking back at this quote, play can make a workaholic very nervous. Fun is scary. Rest is also scary. You are talking to the queen, rest is scary person of the world. I was so scared of stopping for so long, but making yourself feel guilty for resting doesn't allow you to fully rest. And when you do allow yourself to rest fully, to rest completely, your creativity regenerates so much faster. This is such an important reminder in the middle of the year, where we're trying to gear up for the second half of the year, and we're just reflecting on everything that's happened and how we can make the second half of 2024 great. So every single Friday, I provide a video with resources below. These resources are the journal questions and calendar pages to get you back on track with your creative project. And so subscribe to the channel and don't forget to take some time for your creative project, your book, your passion project this weekend. And I will always be here for you. Talk soon. Bye.